Where'd you find this?
Hey, yo. What's up, man? How y'all doing? It's your boy TGK. We're here for another one, man. Let me see. I don't know what background music I like. Let's see. We'll put this on for now. How y'all doing, man? I know it's been a while. I know it's been a while since the Lakers were eliminated, and wanted to enjoy my time off. I didn't have to do no streams. I didn't have to do no videos. I was like, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a break, and I'm gonna let everybody else say what they need to say and run their victory laps. That was the Luka haters, the Ant Edwards MJ supporters. Like that was their Super Bowl, and kudos to them. But I do want to congratulate the Wolves and Anthony Edwards for defeating the Lakers. Like, y'all did a great job. Y'all took advantage of mismatches and just won the game, even though, I ain't gonna throw no shade. But congratulations. Anthony Edwards had one amazing game, and Jaden McDaniels had two amazing games, and Rudy Gobert had one amazing game, and that was enough for them to beat the Lakers. But we're gonna dive into everything. We're gonna talk about Luka's defense, quote unquote. We're gonna talk about Anthony Edwards' offense, quote unquote. We're going to talk about JJ Redick's stupid ass comments, talking about in championship shape. Like JJ, have you ever won a championship? Anyway, we're going to talk about LeBron and his contract and his potential impact on the payroll, on the cap, on the aprons. Since people think it's 2K out here. We're going to talk about Rob Pelinka and his offseason priorities. You know what I'm saying? His offseason priorities. And then we're going to get into the Lakers and Wolves analytics. So that is literally, 6 things we could go over. What's the first thing y'all want me to go over? I'm going to let the chat decide. We got JJ's comments on Luka, LeBron's contract, Rob Pelinka's offseason, Luka's defense, Ant's offense, and Wolves and Lakers analytics. What y'all want to start with? Y'all let me know, bro. I know it's early in the morning. Appreciate y'all being here. What we got? We got Mistra in the building. What to do, Mistra? Hold on. What up? We got Simpson up in the building. What's up, man? I ain't gonna say nothing. If you want to run your victory lap, bro. Cam the Hooper, what up, TGK? What's up, brother? Jokic, Dame, Steph, Kyrie are bad defenders, but it doesn't get talked about. Complete hypocrisy by the media. And then that's how we're going to try to talk about some different things here. But if y'all ain't gonna pick which one to start with, then I'm gonna start with the one I want to start with, right? I want to start. You want to start with Luka defense? Don't mind me, just a Mavs fan for life over here. I rock with it. Part of me is still holding on to my Mavs fan for life until Nico is gone and until Dumont sells the team. And I'll be back in, but till then I'm not. I don't support none of that crap that they do. All right, so I'm gonna assume that we're gonna start with Luka defense. So let's start with Luka's defense. All right, that'll be the first segment of the day. My neck is killing me, like bad, dogs, bad. All right, let me go and share this page with y'all. Start with that defense, bro. All right, bet. I got y'all. And trust me, I'm pulling this stuff up now. Like I have not, full disclosure, I have not looked up any of this stuff. So just so y'all know, the way I'm going to react to any of this stuff is authentic as F. There's no sugarcoating it here. When I read statistics, I read them for what it's worth. It's like science, ladies and gentlemen. You get your insight on these things, okay? So let's go ahead and let's start this off. The Lakers defense. Well, my God. Let's go this. Okay. So, do y'all see this? Y'all see this, right? I don't even have to look at it too much. Luka's offensive rating was a 111.7. Luka's defensive rating was a 117.4. A net rating of minus 5.7. That's not great. But look at LeBron's, though. LeBron's offense was 108.7, 119.3. Do not give me this. He's 40 right now. You cannot give me the thing that LeBron is 40 right now. He's an amazing all-time GOAT. He's the GOAT. You can't give me he's 40. No. Y'all said this man was in better shape than Luka, and he played worse on the defensive rating scale than Luka did, and he had a worse rating. Austin Reeves, even more garbage. They say Luka didn't play defense, LeBron didn't play offense, and defense, and Austin Reeves didn't even show up to play. Like, that's just garbage. Rui Hachimura, he had a rough go about it. I mean, he had to play the 4 and the 5. So his defensive rating, I'm not gonna kill him for it. Dodo's had a pretty good one. You kind of expect Dodo to have the better defensive rating, even though these are high defensive rating. Like these are horrible defensive ratings. Like the Jared Vanderbilt one, the 104, that's a good defensive rating there. Jordan Goodwin, 100, that's a good defensive rating there in this current modern NBA. Those are good defensive ratings. But LeBron, hold on, where's my sound effect? LeBron though.
LeBron James.
Oh, 119? Get the F out of here. All right. That's not it, though. We got much more things we could get into. Let's get into the defensive dashboard. Yeah, we go there. Yeah, Lakers. Okay. I got the Lakers pulled up. Okay, so this is the defensive dashboard. This is the category of the shots players are defending, okay? Hold on, let me see some comments right quick. Luka is a great post defender. He is one of the best post defenders for sure. For his position and size, I saw Mr. Julius Randle go 2 of 11 against Luka, but I'll shut the hell up, right? AR was a literal no-show. Facts. He was a literal no-show. The thing is, I'm only saying it's hypocrisy by the media. For me, it's completely fine that some stars are one side of the ball. It worked for the Mavs. Defense needs a team to be able to play defense. Facts. Yeah, I don't mind players being one side of the ball. Like, that's always going to happen. But Perkins and Stephen A., the way they go about talking about Luka is just so stupid. It is so stupid. Oh, you got to play defense. Oh, he needs to get conditioning better. Like, bro, Shaq. Shaq, dog. Anyway, Simpson says it wasn't all Luka fault. Era was ass out there. Just can't have them both out there in the starting lineup. Thank you. That is literally what I've been saying. That Mr. AR needs to come off the bench, bro. AR needs to come off the bench. All right. So let's get into this stuff right here. Y'all can see this clearly, correct? Let me zoom into it a little bit more. Make sure y'all can see it. Okay. My mic working? Mic check. Mic check. Okay. Everything good. Just want to make sure. All right. So Luka Doncic, ladies and gentlemen, defended 21 shots per game in the Wolves matchup. Talk about playing defense. Luka played the most defense. He defended against 21 shots. That means they were attacking him constantly, right? So when you're getting attacked constantly and you have to play defense every single possession, and then on offense, you have to play offense every single possession. What the hell are you talking about conditioning? That's conditioning as F. And yeah, there's going to be a few blown bys. But here, let me say this. Let me say this. We cannot talk about blown by percentages when it comes to Luka at all. The reason for that is because those stats are unavailable to us in the regular generic public. Until those stats are made available to us, then I could read those stats and talk about those stats and talk about why it's impacting the team. But until those stupid ass stats are available to us, I'm not going to acknowledge it. I'm not going to talk about it. Blown by stats is a stupid ass defamatory way to talk about basketball because that's never been a stat. That's never been a thing. They've only brought it up for Luka, and when you only bring it up to make an argument against one person, that's isolating that individual. That's targeting that individual, and I don't like that shit. It's like targeting me because I'm Mexican or whatever the case may be. That's kind of how I look at it in the basketball world. And so whenever you create one stat to make one player look bad, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't rock with that shit. Anyway, let's go back to this. So Luka defended against 21 shot attempts, and they made it 9.6 on him. His defensive field goal percentage was a 45.7, and the shots that he defended against, those players will normally average 47.5. So his defense made a difference of 1.8% in a positive for the Lakers. When it's a minus, that means he brought the percentage down in the shots that he defended. So it's not like they shot better against Luka. It's not like they shot better against Luka Doncic. Yeah, are y'all seeing this? Y'all seeing this, right? Austin Reeves, for as garbage as he was a -8. He defended great. Rui Hachimura, That's what I said. His stats didn't match up to his performance. He was a minus 3.9. Dorian Finney-Smith, this one matches up with him, a minus 6.3. That's great. That's a great percentage. LeBron James, a minus 2.4. And again, this is the playoffs, so their percentages are going to be different from the regular season. But we could go off of defensive field goal percentage. Let's do that. Gabe Vincent, which he didn't average much minutes, so he didn't have to defend much. Let's go with. I'll just stick with who defended the most, right? Yeah, let's stick this way. LeBron only defended 11 shots, and they made 43% on LeBron. They made 45% on Luka. So Luka did give up a bigger percentage, but it wasn't like they were shooting 55% on Luka. Like, let's be for real. Austin Reeves surprisingly has a 38%. Jared Vanderbilt, yeah. Damn, Jared Vanderbilt is getting cooked because he's playing the 5, bro. Like that, it's tough to be playing the 5 when you're not a 5. You know, I mean, he had a big percentage increase against him for the Wolves. That's wild. Jackson Hayes was absolutely garbage. He was a plus 20. My God. But again, the percentage of 45% on Luka is not the worst thing in the world as much as they made it seem, you know. Even Perk copying me now. No senior citizens allowed. Forget Perk, man. This is honestly why Luka was worse on offense a bit. He couldn't save any energy for offense, but it wouldn't have mattered. Austin out there shooting bricks. Bench was playing like G League bench. TGK. Facts. How you want Luka to play both ends, and then LeBron and AR can't even help you. Literally, Luka brought them back from a 10-point deficit. He goes to the bench for a few minutes, and all the Lakers did was able to put up a few measly points, bro. And then he had to come back in the game. Cam the Hooper said, it's really sad, though. Luka went from a championship team to a mediocre team. That's Nico for you, bro. Luka needs to get away from that toxic wasteland. That, too. We'll get into that. When it comes to the LeBron contract talks. Nah, that stat for Austin is deceptive. They were getting what they wanted off him in key moments. Yeah. Yo, TGK, Luka got to go, man. I need him out of L.A. I got to do, too. Man. Luka should tell him if there's a James on the team, might as well see what the Magic offer because I'm out. I am cool with. You know what's funny? A few years back when I was doing Mavs content, you know, I was like, you know, the one team I am worried about that could probably get Luka is the Orlando Magic. And I probably said this when I first started like 3 years ago. That would be interesting. Luka with the Magic would do numbers. I'm in Florida. I'll be at most of the games if that happens. Yeah. I would go out there too and watch a couple. Percentage isn't the best, but because it doesn't calculate the fact that sometimes they miss or make it regardless of defense. I know. But I think it's more so just kind of pointing out that what he was doing out there wasn't the absolute worst. You know, it wasn't as like they made it seem. There's other categories for the stats stuff. Let's see here. Play type. Oh, yeah. Play type, isolation, defense. There we go. Points per possession. So Julius Randle right now in the playoffs has the highest points per possession allowed. He is literally the worst isolation defender in the playoffs right now. Who's the best? This stat has to be flawed. This is freaking hilarious. How is Austin Reeves the best isolation defender? I mean, I don't know. That's freaking hilarious. I'd have to look into that. That makes no sense at all. So oh, there we go. Luka was in at least. Here's the big difference between Austin Reeves, right? Austin Reeves was only in 2.4 defensive possessions, isolation defensive positions. So this stat is about when you're in isolation and you have to defend by yourself on an island, right? Luka here was averaging at least 6 isolation defensive possessions in that series, and he was only giving up 0.8 points per possession. Luka was defending the most out of every single player in the playoffs and was a top 75 percentile in defense. Shut the fuck up. At that point, like what Luka did was pretty amazing. And his shot percentage against him in isolation was 29.2. That means players were only making 29.2% of their shots when they were guarded by Luka in isolation. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, here we go. Nico definitely want to trade if y'all talking about Luka going somewhere else this offseason. The next season is going to be fun. Bro, Nico is going to be fired within the next year or two. The Mavericks will never win a championship. He didn't win shit. He didn't win a damn thing. All right. I don't know if there's any other stat I could share for defense. Let me see. Off screens, cut, handoff, transition. Defensively, there's no data. Yeah, so I don't got any more data as far as that's concerned. But I think when what we just saw, it goes to show that the whole notion that Luka didn't play defense at all is kind of misleading, because he did. Luka played the most defense out of everybody out there, like literally the most defense out of everybody out there. And to put so much emphasis on Luka's ability to play both sides of the court is really unfair. It really is, because of everything that he has to do from both sides of the coin when he has to play so much offense, because the Lakers couldn't generate crap. The Lakers could not generate no offense at all. We got a $5 super chat in the building. Hold on. Appreciate it, Logan. Appreciate it. He says, Luka should go to a team that is a win now. I don't want to see him waste another 5 years trying to build a roster. Shaking my head. Go to the Spurs with Wemby. If Pop was still there, I'd be down with that, but I really like the Orlando situation. I think Orlando would be great. The Lakers could still be great. They just really need a big man. And when we get into, I'll get into the cap when it comes to the Lakers, and talk about the aprons and see what kind of wiggle room the Lakers actually do have if LeBron was to actually take a pay cut. But yeah, Logan, I do agree. I don't want to see Luka waste any more years either. But he also has to figure out what's going on with his knee issue, right? Because that knee issue has been bothering him for some time, and hopefully this offseason he can really take time to fix whatever that is, so he could just have a normal season and not have nagging injuries, because his nagging injuries have been piling up. So I hope he can figure that out. But I appreciate it, Logan. Thank you, man. Why would I want a Luka channel to agree with me? Exactly. Why would you want me to agree with you? You know? Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid, Tone. Let me see. It's about time the Lakers front office have that uncomfortable combo with LeBron. Facts. All right. So let me scratch this off of my list with Luka Doncic defense. Okay, so I got a few more subjects. I need y'all to really pick quick here. I want me to go over Lakers and Wolves analytics, Anthony Edwards offense, Rob Pelinka's offseason, LeBron's contract, or JJ's comments about Luka. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about next, because we could get into all that stuff, you know. Man, I know when the Lakers lost to the Wolves, man, it's the amount of talk that was on Twitter, the how would I put it, the they were running their victory laps, man. It was quite embarrassing. I was like, bro, it's a first round matchup. Like, I get it. It's LeBron, but LeBron is not 32-year-old LeBron. This is a 40-year-old LeBron. He definitely wasn't him. And Austin Reeves was really the biggest disappointment of that series, and not being able to rebound. All right, if y'all won't pick, I'll pick my damn self. All right, let's see. Let's do Anthony Edwards offense, and then go into the Lakers Wolves analytics. Let's do that. All right, so let me pull this stuff up. How can I do this? Yeah, we'll leave it like this. Okay, let me bring this screen over here. Yo, don't fall in the trap with Tone Swan, y'all. He's really here to troll. Do not fall for it. Just have fun with it. Like, y'all don't have to get too aggressive with Tone. Tone means well. He just likes to troll, as we all do. I love to troll on Twitter like nobody's business, bro. Okay, here we go. So here are the numbers for Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, and the entire Timberwolves team. Anthony Edwards shot 42% from the field, 33% from three, with the 0 for 11 3-point percentage in Game 5. Shot 77% from the free throw, 8.4 rebounds, 6.2 assists. That's pretty good for Anthony Edwards. 1.2 turnovers. That's amazing for Anthony Edwards. Got to give him kudos for that. That was pretty damn good. 1.2 steals. So 1.2 steals. So he broke even with his turnovers. That's damn good. That is really good. Julius Randle played out of his damn mind. 48% from the field, 39% from three. Oh my God. Jaden McDaniels played out of his mind as well. 57% from the field, 37% from three. That's crazy. Rudy Gobert, he only had one really good game against the Lakers. That was Game 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he was just out there to hurt people. He played like ass. 30% from the field, 19% from the three-point line. And then Naz Reid shot 50% from three. Mike Conley, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, they were kind of garbage. All right. Let's see what the Lakers players were. Let's see how this stacks up. All right, Luka Doncic scored the most players out of all the players in the series with 30 points per game. In Game 3, he was sick as well. Luka would have been averaging about 34. I think Luka would have averaged 34 if it wasn't for Game 3. 45% from the field, shot better than Anthony Edwards. 34.8% from the three, shot better than Anthony Edwards. 89% from the free throw line, shot better than Anthony Edwards. 7 rebounds per game, didn't rebound as much as Anthony. 6 assists, didn't assist as much as Anthony, and 4 turnovers. That was rough. That was rough for Luka, but so much was on him. 1 steal, half a block, minus 4.8. LeBron James, 48% from the field, 35% from three. Took a lot of ill-advised threes. 9 rebounds, 5 assists, minus 8.2. Austin Reeves, the big disappointment here. If Austin Reeves was averaging at least 20 to 21, the Lakers would have won games. A 4-point difference from 16 to 20 is massive, bro. And he just was not helping. 41% from the field, garbage. 31.9% from the three-point line, garbage. And only averaged 1.4 free throw attempts per game, garbage. Rui Hachimura, Dorian, all these other guys that were, your supportive players. Rui Hachimura had a really good series. 48% from three, almost 50% from the field. That's pretty damn good. But no one else seemed to want to hit a three, which is embarrassing. Dalton Connect hit one. He didn't even get much time. But yeah, that's JJ Redick for you, playing dumbass lineups out there. But Luka can hang his hat that he had a good series. He had a good series. All right, let's get into the team analytics. Okay, let's do advance. All right, so the Timberwolves, they had a 116 offensive rating. Let me see where they rank so far. The Timberwolves had a 116 offensive rating. That is top 6 in the playoffs so far. That's pretty damn good. The Lakers had a abysmal 109 offensive rating, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad. As far as defensive ratings are concerned, Miami Heat had the worst one. The Bucks had the second worst. Denver has the third worst. Orlando, fourth worst. Grizzlies, fifth worst. And then you have the Lakers, 116.7. The Clippers are right behind or right underneath them, 113. But the Timberwolves had one of the better defenses in the playoffs, which is damn good. Damn good. So when the Lakers are polar opposite on offense and defense, then the Timberwolves literally polar opposite. You're not gonna have a good series, and they definitely didn't. They had a minus 7.6 net rating. True shooting. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I want to see. The Lakers had a really good true shooting percentage of 57%, whereas the Timberwolves had a 54. And I'll be able to explain that here in a bit, whenever I could pull up the numbers. Let me see. Wolves game log. So let's start here. Can we start here? Okay. So here's another thing I want to show y'all. All right, so game one between the Wolves and Lakers, they definitely dominated. And it was the Wolves just shot the hell out of that ball. 21 of 42, 50% from three. There's nothing you could do. Luka had 37 points, and it didn't even freaking matter, bro. The Wolves just shot amazing that game. It's really what it came down to. Let's go to game two. Game two, where the only Lakers win of the series. The Wolves shot 20% from the three-point line. So did the Lakers. Offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. Lakers had a really great rebounding performance in that game, which they needed to rebound a lot better. And they did a great job in game two, and then I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah. They just limited the Wolves' amount of shots that game. Let's go to game three. And then this is where it starts to get ugly. Game three. Make sure y'all can see it. Yeah, y'all can see it. Let me put this over here. So game three, look at the amount of shots the Wolves had. 91 to 78. When I can guarantee you're going to have 13 more shot attempts, you're going to win. You're going to win. And then this was off of steals. They had 5 more steals than the Lakers, and they also had 2 more offensive rebounds than the Lakers. Those stats matter, bro. Those stats do matter. Turnovers, the Lakers had a total of 19 turnovers. Pitiful. That was horrible. Game 4, the closer game out of the last couple. Once again, the Timberwolves, 90 shot attempts, but the Lakers had 10 less shots, and made 2 less shots than the Wolves made with 10 more shots. So the Lakers were playing, decently good offense. It just they didn't shore up the defensive boards. The Wolves had 18 offensive rebounds in this game. The Lakers also had 12 turnovers in this game. Those things matter, bro. Those things matter. And then game 5 was the most egregious thing. Again, 11 extra shots for the Wolves. They had 89. The Lakers made 33 out of 78, and they made 36 out of 89. That's crazy. The Wolves shot 14.9% from the three-point line. It was garbage. But they had 18 offensive rebounds. 18. You can't do much. There's nothing you could do. 18 offensive rebounds, bro. And let's look at the box score. Just so you guys see, Anthony Edwards had a pitiful game of 5 of 19 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 15 points, and he was celebrated as this guy that was like the next coming of MJ when Gobert had 27 and 24. Like, Anthony Edwards had one great performance in the playoffs, whereas Jaden McDaniels carried 2 of the wins, and Rudy Gobert carried game 5. Anthony Edwards carried game 4, which was the closer game, mind you. So if I'm any other team that's going to go against the Wolves, I would say get your rebounds, limit their possessions because they're going to miss threes. They're going to shoot a lot of them, and they're going to miss a lot of them. Just get your rebounds. Get your rebounds and play good offense, and you should be able to win. But that was the analytics segment there for the Lakers and the Wolves. They gave up game 5, knew they wasn't beating them boys. Yeah, LeBron definitely gave up. LeBron gave up. They were just letting Rudy Gobert look like Shaq out there. 27 and 24 is ridiculous for Rudy Gobert, bro. That's ridiculous. I'm good with free. What y'all talking about? Knicks, oh yeah, where should he resign? Oh yeah, y'all talking to each other now. All right. Y'all just having a whole conversation. Oh, Misha's gonna be your downfall, TGK. You need someone defending you and the Lakers who actually know ball. This guy never got credit until you switched up. Who is this guy? What are you talking about? Y'all can have conversations. Yeah, Misha's not a dude. Again, don't fall for the trap, y'all. Tona's here to troll. If y'all mind dropping a like on the stream while we're at it, man, let's get the likes up. I see we got about 4 likes. We got 20-something people in here. If we get it to 10 likes, that'll mean a lot. You know what? My birthday coming up on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I'll take Amazon gift cards, but what's free is I'll take a thumbs up for the channel, man. My actual birthday's May 6th, so yeah, man. Getting older, bro. Getting older and trying to celebrate life as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me get rid of these 2 topics. Anthony Edwards' offense was not the greatest, and the Wolves and Lakers analytics proved that the Wolves just rebounded the hell out of that damn series. All right, let me see if I can find this. Let's get into these JJ Redick stupid ass comments. Let's go to YouTube. You know, I dropped a video the other day, and Disney did not let me release it. Disney said, no, you cannot have this video released. JJ Redick, chin, shape. Okay, here we go. Let me get over here. Let's check this out.
Start with the off season and the work that's required in an off season to be in championship shape. And, you know, we have a ways to go as a roster. And certainly there are individuals that were in phenomenal shape. There's certainly other ones that could have been in better shape. That's where my mind goes immediately is you know, we have to get in championship shape.
All right, so that's JJ Redick talking about getting in championship shape. Here's where I think he fucked up. Knowing that you said that, you could have just kept that in-house. You didn't have to tell the media that, because you already know people are going to insinuate, people are going to assume who you're talking about. And they're going to assume that you are talking about Mr. Luka Doncic. I think JJ Redick sometimes just, not even sometimes, I don't know JJ Redick enough from what I follow so far with the Lakers, but were those comments necessary? Fuck no. Like sometimes optics matter. When I talk this a lot about the Mavericks and the way Jason Kidd was and the way the Mavericks were, optics matters in these kind of scenarios. And on the cusp of being eliminated and losing, and a lot of the conversations surrounding Luka Doncic, you want to talk about the roster has to be in championship shape. That's just ridiculous because you already know where it's going to go, and all of that was going to go to Luka. It was, because they're not going to say, "Oh, LeBron's not in championship shape. He's 40." I just think it's so stupid to even bring that up as a talking point to try to tell your fan base or even the reporters there on what you need to improve on, because really what you're just saying is what Luka needs to improve on, because you already know the media is going to eat that up and fall for it. It's I don't know, that was just a bad approach there from an optics perspective. I get why he's saying it. I get it. I understand. When Luka was not the only player out there that did not look the best shape. Every single other player was on their knees, huffing and puffing. And maybe Redick don't play them for a whole second half, but they were in enough shape to play the whole second half, right? So it's just, I don't get it. Tone says your stats are flawed because the blow-bys don't count there. When someone goes by him and he let them, it doesn't go towards your defensive stats. It goes against whoever helped him. I know that, Tone. I know. And that's why I said, until I get the blown-by stats, until we get it as the general public, there is no stats for us to rely on. There is no metric. There is no analytics. There's nothing I could go off of. If I had that, bro, Tone, if I had that, I would show it. If I had the blown by stats, I'd show it and I would call it out. But because I don't have it, I can't call something out that I don't have. I have to have proof. I mean, in my background, in the career choices I've made, I have to trust and verify, bro. I can't verify blown by stats if I don't have them in front of me. I can't talk about a freaking imaginary stat. Tone, I think you know that. You're smart enough, you're bright enough to know that we cannot talk about a stat that is not made available to us and it doesn't exist to us. We can't. We cannot. And there was plenty of times that Luka defended and kept the offensive guy in front of him. Where are those stats at? And yes, he did get blown by. And yes, Austin Reeves did get blown by. And yes, LeBron got blown. Everyone in the league is blown by. That's why I said that stat should be made available for every single player, for every single game, and for the general public, not just for freaking ESPN for one player. It's isolating, it's targeting, it's bullshit. So until they actually allow this to be made for everybody, I would love to show it. And I think you would agree. But I can't show something that I can't prove to anybody, because then I just be talking out of my ass like everyone else in the national media. Am I right? I think I'm right. So I hear you, but I also can't talk about it. He should have said championship mindset as the head coach. That was a rookie mistake. Facts. Great point, Mistron. Great point. This got to be the summer Luka gets serious. I mean, he made the finals last summer, so or this got to be the summer Nico gets serious, Luka coming back to Dallas after Nico gets fired. I mean, that's a pipe dream for sure. I would love for that to happen. And imagine Luka, Kyrie, and AD, bro. That'd be stupid. Sorry, been watching JJ for a long time. That was 100% a shot at Luka. It's not bad, folks. Need thicker skin. I get it, but you need to have that convo with him personally. Like, don't allow the media to take your quotes and then make it even worse than it is, So now instead of using your eyes, you go to stats. Now, TGK, that's embarrassing, bro, from a person who know basketball. I literally said he gets blown by. Then I told you LeBron and Austin Reeves get blown by, but you're not calling them out. Like, Tone, you haven't spent a second talking about anyone else that gets blown by. You haven't. That's more embarrassing for you that you can't even acknowledge that other players on the Lakers get blown by. You can't even acknowledge that Anthony Edwards offensively was not the greatest. And you can't even acknowledge that Austin Reeves didn't even help Luka and LeBron didn't help Luka in these pivotal games. Are you watching? Chat, give Tone a L, bro. Give Tone a L, man. Do you watch WNBA? Indiana Fever is stacked this season. I will start to. I haven't been able to. I was trying to take some time off, but I think like by next week I'll be able to start watching games for sure. LeBron was blown by multiple times too. Oh, but he's 40. All right. He was blown by, but no one wants to say it. They literally got a video of Luka just letting people go past him without even trying. You can't do that over there. Only in Dallas where we play real basketball. Kid and Nico made Luka. All right. So now he's back to trolling. Only in Dallas where we play real Yeah, he's trolling, bro. He's trolling. I'm telling you, don't fall for it. That is why I picked up on it. So let's give that comment the fail sound. Luka 6'8". How does he match up with forward? Ja blows by Kawhi. The Claw also 6 foot guard are going to be blown by. I mean, let's be for real. Luka is not a great defender. He is a average defender, ladies and gentlemen. That is so. What? So if you're an average defender, right? Why are you expecting him to shut anybody down? Common sense, right? And when people talk basketball, that's where I find issues. Like people don't have common sense. Like they expect certain players to do things that they are not known for, and I just don't know how I could have a conversation with people when they're expecting Luka to be the shutdown defensive player and then be a high usage player on the other end. As a matter of fact, let's look at usage rates. Let's look at usage rates since we're on the subject. Usage playoffs. Oh God, here we go. Jamal Murray. All right, so Don Connect, for some reason he's up there, but that doesn't make sense. So Paolo with a 36.5 usage rate in 197 minutes. Giannis a 35% usage rate in 188 minutes. I would go. Let me see. Oh, okay. I know how to do it. Let's do usage. Greater than 28, and then tripping. And then let's do minutes, and then 30. There we go. Okay, so these are all the players that have. My bad. Let's put 100 minutes. Let's do 175. There we go. Okay. So these are the most minutes played by players and their usage rates associated with them. Paolo Banchero, 197 minutes so far in the playoffs, a 36.5% usage rate. Giannis, 35% usage rate. Brunson, 32. Luka, 32. Franz, 31. Cade, 30. Jaylen Brown, 28. Interesting, huh? So we're asking Luka with a 32% usage rate to then go play shutdown defense when he's not a shutdown defender. Let's see where Anthony Edwards at. Anthony Edwards had a 27.4 usage rate. When you got a 27.4 usage rate, you can play defense. You can play defense for sure. Right? Like this is just common sense, guys. For real. It's just common sense. Jokic, 27% usage rate. LeBron, 26% usage rate. Like Austin Reeves don't even register on usage rate year. So, which is kind of crazy. Just kind of wanted to point that out. Like you're putting this man to play so much offensively, and he's not a great defensive player, then expect him to play great defense. Like I don't get it. All right, I think that was the last thing about JJ's comments. All right, let's get into Rob Pelinka and LeBron's contract, y'all. Let's get into let's get into this topic here. Let's see if I can find something. Kyle, you're dying on this hill. Fuck you. Oh shit. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. I'm just talking crap to people now. Okay. Somebody was like, it's kind of odd you're dying on this hill. I was like, who are you? Salute to Tone Swan, man. I think he would appreciate trolling. All right. So let's talk about this LeBron contract and what the hell Pelinka has in store for him. Pelinka. Maybe I should just find reporters. Yeah, let me get the reporters. Where are the comments at? Where are the quotes? There were, bro. It was so weird yesterday when they announced that LeBron had a MCL strain, and they were like, "Oh, LeBron would have missed his first game in 120 some games." Like, what the hell? Like, when did we start talking about hypotheticals? You know, like, what are we talking about here? Where's Jovan Buha? I hate when I can't find the reporter I'm looking for. Jovan Buha. There we go. Trying to find these quotes, man. Where's these quotes at? Can I play a note of that? Controls rotation. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me go and share this with y'all. And let me play background music for you as well. All right. So Rob Pelinka on the Lakers offseason, he said, one of our primary goals is going to be to add size in the front court at the center position. Yeah, don't say, right? Let's see. Okay. JJ Redick says we have to get in championship shape. No, some players were phenomenal. We talked about that. Rob Pelinka said, beyond adding a center this summer, the Lakers are looking to improve defensively, particularly on the wings. I'm looking for the real quote. Where's the real quote at? Bruh. Oh, my God. Pelinka LeBron. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Is a GOAT, one of the GOATs of the game. And he's a completely selfless leader. And I think we saw that in this playoff series, moving to playing more off the ball and committing to the defensive end. And I think it's just a testament to his championship DNA and character. And I think LeBron's going to have high expectations for the roster, and we're going to do everything we can to meet those. But I also know that whatever it is, he's going to still give his 100% every night, whether that's scoring, assisting, defending, rebounding, leading. We know that's going to always be 100%, never wavers. LeBron is...
All right, so he said, I think LeBron's going to have high expectations for the roster, and we're going to have to do everything to meet those. So let's get into the NBA's cap and stuff, apron, NBA salary apron, and then let's see if there's actual wiggle room for the Lakers. I do be talking out of my ass sometimes, and so I need to go and do my research. So now we're gonna do that. We're gonna do some research right now, we're gonna look at the aprons. Okay, so right now the Lakers, their total, what is their total apron allocations? So they have a cap of 188 mil. Oh my God. So let's see what next season's aprons look like. Huh? Oh, there we go. What the hell? All right, so next season, I don't think that's right. 20, 25, 26 NBA apron. Okay, for the 2026 season, the first apron is projected to be 195. Okay, so this should update. It should be 195, bro. Yeah, over the first apron, 195. But it's not updated on here. Let's see. There it goes. Now it's updated. Okay. So the Lakers will be under the apron, just looking at this, at 191. And I think that's assuming LeBron is still here and all that good stuff. But what if LeBron were to take a a bit of a discount? So they do have apron space. The Lakers have 4.3 million in apron space. Okay, let's keep mind of that. Contracts off season. Where can I see like the roster? All right, let's look at the Lakers. Okay. There's a lot of info on here. Damn. Okay. So LeBron is what, due 52 mil next year if he opts in to his player option. Luka could do an extension for 2026-27. So what does green mean? Green means player option. Dodo would probably opt out. It didn't do like another 3-year, 12 to 10 mil kind of deal. Jackson Hayes, he's a unrestricted free agent next year. So is Markieff Morris, Alex Lynn. All right. Huh. People been telling me if LeBron were to take a discount, it wouldn't matter. Clearly it matters, bro. LeBron's one of the higher paid players in the NBA. That's wild. At 52 mil, LeBron could take a pay cut next year, bro. LeBron could take a pay cut next year. So let's take a look at this. So cap maximum, cap space. So the Lakers are under this cap space by quite a bit at 59. They'll be under it by 59. So if LeBron were to take a pay cut, it really wouldn't give them much cap space. But they do have that first apron space. And so right now they do have 4 mil in apron space for next year. So say if LeBron were to take, I don't know, a $30 million or a $25 million contract, that means they would have 29 mil to get into that first apron before they even get into it. That's interesting. So let me submit a question here. Let me see. Because I need to understand more of how the aprons work. Can you sign a player to fill the NBA apron space Okay, so check this out. So my thing is like, say if LeBron were to take a big pay cut to say 25 mil or something like that, right? And that means he opens up about 27 million for the Lakers. Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. So if I'm reading this correct, which I asked AI to see what they think, like, can you sign a player into the NBA apron? Like, can you fill the apron with them? It says the first apron teams above the first apron cannot acquire players and sign and trade deals if those players would push them further into the apron. They also have reduced salary matches and trade, blah, 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 blah. Signing a player. Teams can still sign players, but their ability to use exceptions like the mid-level exception and biannual exception is reduced, as explained in the Reddit post about the apron system. They may need to rely on free agents who are below the mid-level exception threshold or use roster exceptions. But that's if they're in the aprons, correct? Let's see what this Reddit post explains. How does the apron system work? Okay. First apron, teams cannot acquire a player and sign and trade. Teams cannot sign a player waived during the regular season whose salary was over 12 mil. Salary matching in trades must be within. So this is if you're in the apron. Okay. My only thing is, if you're not in the apron, what can you do? Like, that's my question. And so I think if LeBron were to take a bit of a pay cut, if you could sign players into the apron space, that's a lot of space you could fill. That is a lot of space you could fill. But we're gonna see, man. I just hope the Lakers can find a way to get a big, because I think that's what the reliance is on this team. They need a big. They need another ball handler, and I think you need to kind of dangle Austin Reeves out there and see what you could get. See if you could trade Reeves for a big, and then find a guard in the free agency and fill the team up that way. But the Lakers definitely need to do something there, and I think and then they got some kind of ammo that they could pull this off. They just have to if you're going to keep Luka. I just don't want to see Luka wasting away because they want to keep LeBron happy. Like, F all of that. You know what I'm saying? But all right, man. I think we've been here long enough. I'm about to go get ready to go do probably start stretching and warming up, get ready for golf today, and all that good stuff. In the meantime, depending on what y'all want to see from me, y'all let me know, man. I'll be dropping my reaction videos from time to time. But other than that, man, hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this morning. Hopefully I got y'all through some lingering stuff with the Lakers in the end of Luka's season. Salute to the Wolves. Salute to Anthony Edwards. And hopefully Luka and the Lakers come back better and stronger next season. And we'll see about all that good stuff, man. It's been your boy TGK. Appreciate y'all watching, man. And until then, catch y'all on the next one. We out.